Alright guys, so this is Wonder World Joe. I'm going to try to do a couple videos today. This deck profile will be for the Mystic Piper deck, and I have it in this awesome cloud box. I don't know if any of you guys remember Card Captor Sakura, but that was also the shit, just like Yu-Gi-Oh! So we're going to get into it, and Mystic Piper is the guy of the day. So I'm going to get into this. This is a very, very old deck. This is not for the current meta because there are some banned cards in here, so we'll get into it. Triple Mystic Pipers. He is the blood and bone of this deck. He does all the work, has the most draw power, the most useful. I love this guy. Triple Kinkabayos. Kinkabayo is like the soul of the deck. He makes everything work. He makes all the plays go off. One Kinkabayo in hand, and you got a working deck. 3 Battle Faders, because Battle Faders are necessary in this deck, like little stall tactics to keep yourself in it, because you're running, obviously, you got 9 really weak monsters right there, and we got many more. So we got 2 Cyber Valleys. Cyber Valleys also stall, helps out with the draw engine. Cyber Valleys also help you recycle cards if you need to. Cyber Valleys also help you get rid of your opponent's really big nasty threats. It just helps you remove them from play, and I'll show you how we do that. 1 Weissel. Weissel gets ass in this format, even though I don't use him or this deck right now. Like I said, this has been in the vault, but Weissel would get ass because there's a lot of synchro monsters out there that seem to hit board now, so Weissel would do some work, and Weissel's just good. You know, they dark hole the field, you drop a Weissel, and then they're like, damn, I thought I just killed all of my big-ass problems. Now there's a 2,500 monster there, and once per turn, he negates my opponent's spell cards, so that's pretty awesome. 1 Symphonic Warrior Basis. He's the tuner, and he gets us into this whole extra deck. So 1 Copycat. Copycat is also, because you can Kinka, Copycat. These are all level 1 targets. The only person that's not targetable is Weissel, and Kinka usually brings back bases to get the synchro plays off because you'll have another monster on board. But you Kinka Copycat, you copy their biggest monster, and you crash. Because at the end of the turn, Copycat would die anyways. So you copy crash, and your opponent's like, what? Did I just lose a monster and this other guy lose nothing? So I love that. 1 Treeborn Frog, because Treeborn Frog helps us bring out some of these bigger guys we're going to show you. 1 BLS, because obviously it's a Chaos deck if you haven't picked that up yet. 2 Sidras, because this deck, as said, is old as shit, and Sidra was the card to run at that point in time in the meta. 1 Caius, even though it's supposed to be 2. And this deck doesn't go over 40 cards. I just don't know where the other one sat at. It got stolen. Like, it just wasn't there when I went back into the vault to get this deck, so I don't know what happened to it. But there's supposed to be 2 Caiuses. 1 Chaos Sorcerer and 1 Gores. And then 1 Jinzo, because Jinzo just makes this deck so much more complete. It makes it a little like Frog Arts. I don't know, it's Jinzo. For the spells, we got triple creature swaps. And these things do work because you got those Battle Faders, those Mystic Pipers if you don't want to use his effect, that Kinka, you Copycat, whatever. Creature Swap is amazing, and this card does so much work in this deck. Triple Night Beams, because the only thing we're worried about from our opponent is their back row. We have answers to everything. Triple Night Beams, triple MSTs. Double Econs, because of that Treeborn Econ move during standby phase, and there's just a really good card. Like I said, this is not currently legal. 1 Heavy Storm. This deck, I cannot change this. I tried to change this deck and make it legal for this format. This deck needs Heavy Storm. It has to have Heavy Storm. I don't know why. I'm very good at building decks with my formulas, so I've been told, so I also believe. Heavy Storm is a part of this deck formula. It stays in this deck. It's not going anywhere. That 1 Dark Hole, which you haven't seen in too many of my other decks, but it does go in here. And that Monster Reborn, because this deck doesn't know what to do without Monster Reborn either. At the format this deck came out in, Monster Reborn was legal, and this deck needs it. 1 Allure, because this is a dirty draw power deck. 1 for 1, because you have too many targets. It's disgusting. 1 Pot of Duality, because it's draw power, you only need 1, the 1 does enough work, and 1 Book of Mu. No traps, so I'm going to get into the extra deck now. Show you guys what that's about. For the extra deck, we got 1 Catastor, and all of these monsters are makeable off of bases. He's the only tuner, but like I said, he's enough. 1 Armadeus, 1 Cirrus, or what's this guy's name? Celestial Wolf Lord Blue Cyrus. He's new from the Shadow Spectre set, but when I would do this deck on DN and whatnot, I would use him because he's just really good. He's the answer. Like, the extra deck is just full of answers. So, him. 1 HTS Sahemet. And these are my choices over level 6, over running Gaia, Force of the Earth, because answers. Like I said, all of the extra deck cards are answers. Black Rose. Answer, obviously. Scrap Archfiend. It's just really big. It gets over a lot, and it's level 7s are easy play. 1 Sparky. This usually is Stardust, and in this deck it might actually still be Stardust. I don't know. I've never tested this, but Sparky's new, and like I said, we're giving him some love though, some attention. There's a Sparky. 1 Dark End Dragon. This is like our deck's Black Shipicorn, so we need him. 1 Thought Ruler. Scrap, Crimson Blader, Mistworm, who is really cool because we usually make Mistworm with one of our opponent's monsters, which is fun to do, possible. Star Eater, which is if you ever have just a bunch of cards in your hand off of that Symphonic Warrior basis. For those of you guys that don't know, that are wondering how all of these are happening, Symphonic Warrior basis is a tuner, and his effect is you can count up the number of cards in your hand. So let's say you have 5 cards in your hand, you add 5 stars to his level, so he becomes a level 6 tuner. That's what makes all of these monsters go off, the fact that I can modulate his level at any point in time, and I always have hand advantage for some reason. So Star Eater, makeable. 1 Slacker, should probably be 2 Slackers. I run the Gem-Knight Pearl because I can make bases to level 4, and then there's the, double econs, triple creature swap, so I can, like, usually get 2 of my opponent's level 4 monsters, and it just helps me hold them on my side of the field. I want this to be Goku, because I've seen that, with the 4 little orbs right there, and the 3 right there. Those are the Dragon Balls, 4 and 3 make 7. I saw this as a Goku, guys, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I saw a Frieza one, too, and the Frieza one was dope, because that was Frieza's stance. And Gem-Knight Pearl already looks like Frieza, but that's the extra deck. That's basically the video, guys. The side deck's been all chopped apart because I took cards out of here to make other decks and let buddies use and stuff. Triple Revolts, though, like I said, this deck, I had remade this during the first Dragon Ruler format, last format. And Revolt was doing work in the side deck, so he's also targetable by 1-for-1, which is cool. DD Crows. DD Crows, I did not know that DD Crow still let the Dragon Rulers go off, and you can't, like, everybody knows what DD Crow does now. It was just a target at the time, and I thought it did more than it actually does, so 3 Droll and Lockbirds, because I finally got all 3 of them, though. I had 2 at the format, and then I got another one just because I wanted to complete the little playset of Firsties. Droll and Lockbirds, guys. And I also had 2 Electric Viruses in here, and 2 Effect Veilers, because I side decked Effect Veilers. So that's the video, guys. Mystic Piper says thank you. Him and Kinka and Battle Fader, they get work done. You guys have a good one.